We on? We're recording? Perfect. Time being 6 o'clock, quorum being present, I will call the meeting of the Freetown Conservation Commission to order. The minutes reflect that we have members present and on the Zoom, correct? We have Margaret?
Yes.
Hi, Margaret, welcome.
Hi,
Oh.
I'm here.
Okay. So before we get started, I'll just briefly mention on March 29, 2023, Governor Healy signed into law an act relative to extending certain state of emergency accommodations, which among other things, extends the expiration of the provisions pertaining to the open meeting law to March 31st, 2025. Specifically, this extension allowed public bodies to continue holding meetings remotely without a quorum of the public body physically present at a meeting location and to provide adequate alternative access to remote meetings. Specific information, general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public can be found on the Town of Freetown website, freetownma.gov. Okay. So first thing on our agenda tonight, we have a notice of intent. This is the 30 Island Road extension. The applicant and owner is Matthew J. Ritter and Jackie L. Hill trustees. Quiet Quay Realty Trust, and the representative is Catherine C. Ricks from Coastal Engineering Company, Inc. Scope of work is proposed pier repairs, including reconstruction of concrete piers and surrounding concrete patios. Okay, so this is a public hearing. I will call the public hearing to order. Now that we've read the public hearing notice, Victoria, I am aware there's some shortcomings in the filing, correct?
Yeah, not everyone was notified and the notice wasn't posted.
In a timely manner, right? It was advertised. Some of the notifications were done relative to the required abutter notifications, which I think they omitted both of the water department districts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, and then unfortunately, our in-house public hearing notice was not posted in a timely manner, so we missed the deadline on that. So I'm recommending 40 flogs for Victoria for that very small error. But stuff happens, and the good news is that wasn't the only thing. So because they have to notify the other abutters, they will do that in the interim. So that being said, we will not take any testimony. We won't even bother bringing it up at this point in time. We will wait till the abutters are notified and the public hearing notice has been up for the recommended period. Anybody on the board have any questions? If we don't have any, then I will entertain a motion. Victoria, we're going to continue this to our next meeting, which will be, you said, May 8th.
Correct.
I'll entertain a motion to continue the public hearing for 30 Island Road extension to May 8th, 6 o'clock, hybrid.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie. Margaret, you second it?
Oh, I'll second.
Outstanding. Motion made and supported. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Roll call vote. Charlie Sullivan.
Aye.
Charlie Sullivan says aye. Margaret French.
Aye.
Margaret French says aye. Kevin Demarais says aye. Motion passes unanimously. So if there was any interested parties on the video, see you in 2 weeks or on the 8th, excuse me. Next on our agenda, we have a request for an extension of order of conditions. This is for East Chipaway Road. This is Lamb's Village. SE file number 026-0526. If you remember at our last meeting, we had received a request for an extension. We had voted, it came in within the 48 hours unexpected. It was a last minute and we voted at that point in time to extend it. Victoria, remind me for the period of
1 year.
1 year. With the understanding that we would again ratify that vote at our next meeting after having it on the agenda. So that being said, I will just entertain a motion that we ratify the vote, that we extend the order of conditions for Lamb's Village for a period of 1 year.
Motion made.
Second.
Motion made, supported. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Roll call vote. Charlie Sullivan.
Aye.
Charlie Sullivan says aye. Margaret French.
Aye.
Margaret says aye. Kevin Demarais says aye. Motion passes unanimously. Next on our agenda, we have item number 3. This is rescind, the appointment of Jonathan Roque as gatekeeper effective 4/24. 23. Mr. Roca did an outstanding job for us last year. And unfortunately, this year, his schedule does not allow for him to be as available. So he had verbally come in, correct, Victoria, and asked that he be removed from the position. He's yet to send us a written request, is that correct?
That's correct.
And we've asked him several times, and I get it, he's probably just, it's not high on his list of things to do. So we were asked by the town clerk to simply rescind the appointment for the remainder of, it's just this fiscal year, so it's till July. So I guess it's cleaner this way rather than letting it run its course. So that being said, I'll entertain a motion that we rescind the appointment of Jonathan Roca, gatekeeper, effective 4/24/23.
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. Motion made, supported. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Roll call vote. Charlie Sullivan.
Aye.
Charlie says aye. Margaret French.
Aye.
Margaret says aye. Kevin Demaris says aye. Motion passes unanimous. Number 4, minutes.
The minutes, were not sent out, they weren't finished, so we
Okay.
can do it. the
All
next
right.
one.
So with the minutes, we're not complete for our review. We will have them for our next meeting, correct?
Correct,
And that is within the time frame, correct?
correct.
Yeah, we're all good. All right, so we don't need to take any action on that. Then is there any other business to probably come before the Conservation Commission? Before Victoria and I have to skedaddle off to our next meeting next door?
No, thank you.
Can I just mention that Mr. Luis on 13 Estelle has been working. He's
What?
moving dirt from in front of his house or whatever.
Right?
I don't know what exactly he's doing, but he moved some of those concrete barriers and he's been digging out that dirt.
So Margaret, we, he has an active permit and as such, we have the ability and the right to go on there and do inspections and all.
Okay.
So if you think it's to the point where you don't, it's not making sense what he's doing and you don't think he's working to the plan, then we can certainly go over there and take a look.
Oh, no, I just wanted to report that he was doing something.
Oh, I'm happy that he is. I'm
Yeah.
happy that he is. No.
Me too. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something.
All right. Hey, just a point of interest. Victoria and I were lucky enough to be invited as local experts, so to speak, right? That's what they called us. Right? You're looking at me like you have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
The Long Pond,
There you
Okay,
go.
took
The
me a
Long
minute.
Pond, right. So Long Pond has had an invasive weed problem. Part of that is having nitrogen issues, right? Nitrogen's fertilizer. Right. So we had been reached out to by both Serped and Save the Bay, if I'm not mistaken. And we did a joint presentation on good lawn care and good lawn maintenance in and around the pond and the watershed. There will be 2 other dates that they will do in person. Right? On the,
I think there's gonna be 3. I think they're
3.
doing one more workshop on septic maintenance.
on septic maintenance, yeah, I'll be invited back for that too,
And then the-
along with Ed.
Yeah, and then the
Lakeville.
other 2 are like field visits. I think one
Right.
might be about a rain garden or buffer.
So they're actually gonna be going to people's homes
Yep.
and other folks can go there and look, good gardening tips, good, rain gardens and buffers and different ways to mitigate runoff and nitrogen loading in the pond. It was pretty well received when we were there. It went out and it's available on our website. We have that information there. I think in total, there was probably 20 of us there in the room, right? And which was a good turnout, given the topic. So I was excited about that. So just wanted to let folks know that we don't just do permits. There are other things that we're working on to make Freetown a better place. So if there's nothing else, then I will happily entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and supported. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Roll call, Charlie Sullivan.
Aye.
Charlie says aye. Margaret French.
Aye.
Margaret says aye. Kevin Demaris says aye. Motion passes unanimous. All right, folks, everybody have a great night. Be safe.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
Right.